Welcome to VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. NHL time? Oh yes it is. And I got some suggestions for you. And it's not like you don't take advice. Maybe not from me. Obviously not from me. But you are willing. You've shown in the past that you are willing to roll the dice. You're willing to shake things up. Whether it's been the overtime rules, whether it's been the outsides, skate up, skate down, even the goalie's pads. Remember those days? I can go on and on and on. And it's a good thing that you are innovative. And it's a good thing that you are shaking the dice and changing things up to keep the game fresh, to keep the game exciting, to keep the game skill-based and not taking it back to the caveman days. Although that is okay. You got to protect your own. You earn your keep. You get it? Some of you might. If not, the goons, bitty bitty, bye-bye. But if you're a skillful goon, okay, there might be a place for you. You still have to protect your own. I don't condone it. If it happens, it happens. It is what it is. It is what it is. If you really, truly want to make the game a little bit more exciting than it already is, how about changing the point system? I would recommend not giving a point to the OTL. I would recommend not giving a point to the overtime loser. Why should the loser get rewarded? I know. They allowed the game to go to overtime. They helped the game go to overtime. But the winner only gets one more than the loser. They won. They won. They should get 2 points. They should get 2 points. Shaking things up, changing the point system by making a win, non-overtime win, 3 points, and a overtime win, 3 points, and a OTL, 1 point. Therefore, even if you win, you still get the win. But if you win in overtime, you only get 2 more points than the overtime loser. 2 more points than the overtime loser. It's basically double? Nah, that's too easy. But if that's not the case, how about giving the overtime loser no point? The point is, yes. The point is changing the overtime rule or not changing the overtime rule. That's irrelevant. It's the point behind it. Whether giving them 1 point advantage or a 2 point advantage as well. That can only occur, that can only happen if you look into changing. Yes, changing the point system, period. I'm not saying go to anything crazy like 4 or 5. Who does that? But up 1, 3, that doesn't seem like it's too big of a jump. I mean, having foam or form fitted goalie pads, many thought that was not something that should be done, something that would change the game, something that will make the game, yes, more skillful, based on skill and not based on how big your pads are, or whether you can go or push off from one side to the other. And I'm not dancing, I'm pushing off one skate to the other side, basically protecting the paint, protecting the goalie area, which, guess what? It's not big as it used to be either. Some of these ideas were seen as radical at the time, and sure, some people still think they are radical now, but it didn't hurt the game, and it hasn't hurt the game, and you are willing to roll the dice. You're willing to do things to change the game or modernize the game or keep the game exciting, keep the game flowing, keep the game based on skill, keep the game with the points being what it is or the scoring being what it is. Look into doing something with the point system. Look into at least allowing the overtime winner a little bit more than the overtime loser. Or why should the overtime loser get rewarded, period, since they are the loser? Tradition or not, evaluating the point system would be definitely something that I would roll the dice on. But I don't get paid the big bucks for that. What do you think? Do you think I'm just being a little bit naive? Do you think I'm just throwing darts at a dartboard? But hey, I already told you, I'm rolling the dice. So you got that wrong to begin with. What would you do? Do you like the way it is? Do you want it to go back to the good old days where people were just slugging it out? Or do you want to go back to the good old days when it was not really skillful, where it didn't really depend? I can go on and on. Do you want to go back to the past? Do you like the future? Do you like the present? How are you seeing the game? How do you want the game to move on and be shaped for your experience moving forward? I gave you a few choices. You can give me some. You know what to do. You know what to do.